Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday, another day alive and well, and I thank God for that. Thank you for joining me once again for another video. Today I am going to be using 12 by 12 paper patterns, and I'm going to just use just 2 sheets to make 2 cards, and with different design, tweak it a little bit. So if you do like this video, a thumbs up would be appreciated, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel and tick on that bell so that you can receive and know when I will be doing videos. And most likely every Sunday I will be posting a video. So to begin, I did go ahead and do some of the preliminary work because I want to keep the video as short as possible. So I have my 2 card bases here. One is darker blue, and the other one is a lighter blue. And of course the patterns that I'm working with would be these 2 here. This is like I'm not even sure what kind of design that is, but basically it came from the same pad, and I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use, of course, just a 65-pound white for one of them. So what I did was I also used my scalloped die cuts in order to get this done here. And basically that's what it's all about. And I believe I used, this was like just I wanted to do like mountains or some kind of wavy something on a card previously, so I just used this and I cut out a couple of those, just one and at the back here, and I'll show you exactly what I will be doing. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start working on this one. So I have stamped the back of all my cards with my information, and let's go ahead and get started. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and offset this one first because the idea is to kind of offset like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get it stuck. Excuse me. For some reason my throat just went dry there for a minute. So I'm going to use my favorite tool, which is the Recollections Jumbo Runner, which I love very much. And I'm going to go ahead, and I prefer the pattern horizontal, so I'm just kind of going to offset it a little bit like this. Okay, so I have done that, and then I'm going to go ahead and get it stuck on the base. I'm just gonna make sure. Now I cut it just like very how should I put it, each card is 5.5 by 1/4, so I cut this first one down just a little less than 5, I think, and 1/4. Okay, so this is basically how it's going to look. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and snip the edges. I'm going to snip the edges because I want to make sure that I don't have the extras. And I'm going to close this one. And usually I do not pre-plan those cards. I kind of just sit down, and when the ideas flow I just put it together. So far this is how this looks, and I'm going to go ahead right now and I am going to go and get these stuck. Okay, so with this one I'm going to use my glue that I have. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. Okay, that's one. I just want to kind of let the patterns look off, just a little bit, just to give it, a little something different. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this small scallop circle stuck on this one right here. And what I like about the liquid ink is that you could kind of manipulate it on before it actually sets and dries, and in that way you can get it to go, be positioned where you want it to be. Okay, and with this one I am going to go ahead and just have it pretty much the same. Now this is just to have contrast, just to have it just looking different. So this is the first one, and the second one I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this there patterned on the back of the white. It's just like to make sure everything is sticking down. Just of a draining situation here. Let me just get it. Yeah, that's when I don't realize that I'm actually getting myself into trouble with my glue. Sometimes it's a little tricky. See, it's so easy to. It's a little tricky here, so I'm trying to be very careful. So that's the first step. And now I'm going to go ahead and get this stuck on here. Okay, and this one I did have it done pretty close because I wanted just a small edging of the glue around, so that's what we do here. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to offset this a little bit. Now this is what I had planned to do with this one, just to go ahead and cut around it. Of course I can use that bigger piece for something else, and then I would have this set like this. Okay, so I will go ahead and get this portion stuck first. It's basically the same size as this. I'm just, oops, I think I have it off a little bit. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's hope it works. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I needed it to actually be directly on the edge. Yeah, that's better. So far you can see the first part here, and I'm going to go. Now this one, I believe what I plan to do with this one, I think I'm going to elevate this, like give it some dimension. So in that way, if I want to stick something in it or under it, then that will work. So I'm going to use, I know I do have just some strips I'm looking for that I use sometimes from like this. I use some strips of this. This is fun foam that I have, so I'm just going to go ahead and just give this a little lift and dimension here. So I will go ahead and cut around this, Now it doesn't really matter. I'm thinking, I mean, I don't have any more white because I used up all the white that I had previously to do different things. But I'm going to go ahead and just get this one worked a little bit with the blue. I love red and blue, by the way, so that's always an option. Get it to sit to make sure that I have it sitting properly. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just gonna kind of cut. Let's see, maybe I'll do this. In that way I can get some kind of area to put something in or tuck something in. Doesn't have to be anything big. It could be a flower, it could be anything, but just something that I can get to fit under here. So if I do it like this, then at least I have, you know, this little portion here that I can stick something in between the top and bottom layer. So I'm going to go ahead and get that stuck with the glue. I'm going to do it on this side. Okay. So let's see how I got this done. Come on, I have to lift that up so I can kind of drag it through. See, the thing is, the fun foam doesn't always want to stay right, but hopefully I'll get it where I need it to be. Okay, so I will go ahead and cut this off here. Just slightly trim the edge so that the glue doesn't really show. There we go. Okay, and now I am ready to go ahead and get it attached to the other piece. Okay, before I do that, let me get this out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this put right here. I'm going to offset it again, so then I have like a little piece of white just sticking under here. Okay, and then you have this little piece in the area here that I have. So this would be the first option. Now I do have just some little bits and pieces of things that I had cut off before, so I'm going to look to see if I have anything I can use, because sometimes you have, or maybe a heart might work. Well, I'm not sure. But you know, these are just little things that that can be done. I can also put maybe a butterfly here if I wanted to. No, just something nice. I don't think that works. I don't like that. Okay guys, I think this is something I'm gonna have to decide what I'm gonna do with it, but I will definitely let you see the end results. You know, the photos. I'm going to attach the photos. So with this one, I'm going to go ahead and I will be using here for the sentiment, and I also would like to go ahead and put a small bow on both. So let me go ahead and get that done. It's kind of hard for me to always do a bow, but I try to do bows, but I always find it very challenging. I admire those that I look at on YouTube who just gets those bows done so easily, and it's like I'm just struggling all the time to get a bow done. So let me do this. Okay, so this will work. Okay, and I'm gonna have this bow right here. So let me get my I usually like using a thicker glue for this. I use the tacky glue because I think it keeps it better than the clear glue. So I'm just going to do a snip right here, and I am going to set it let's keep this one aside. So this can be used for birthdays or you know, just everyday card, just a note, anniversary, just depends on you know, your tastes. So you know, it's pretty much one of those things. So I'm almost finished with this other one. Trying to get my fingers in here, my fat fingers. Okay, so this one is done as well. I'm going to put this bow, I think I'll just kind of set it on this side right here. So I'm going to set this bow right here. And I may, you know, again, I will put, you know, the final photo of it so that you can see. But for now, these are the two options that we have for the two different patterns, and I think they came out pretty good. But I definitely will be putting something in here, and I will make sure that I get a picture of it so you can see exactly what I have here. And then of course this one I will get a sentiment on, you know, just and get the final thing for you guys to see. So with that said, I am done. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday. Have a blessed week. Bye-bye.